Imagine being judged by a number that you carry for the rest of your life, a number that could decide your future. Every year, millions of students in India face this terrifying reality. They are crushed under the weight of an outdated, exam-obsessed education system that prioritizes scores over skills, memorization over creativity, and conformity over innovation. But what if I told you this system isn't just flawed, it's fundamentally broken? Welcome to the dark truth about India's education system, where the students' dreams are being sacrificed on the altar of numbers and ranks. In this video, we are going to expose the biggest problems, and I'm going to tell you the solution that could change everything. Trust me, this is the video every present student and teacher needs to see. Share it because it's time for a revolution in education. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, exams. From the moment a student enters school, it's drilled into their heads that their entire future depends on a single exam. And what are we really testing? How much they can cram in, how fast they can write, how well they can handle stress in just 3 hours? Think about it. Can those 3 hours define your intelligence, your creativity, your potential? In countries like Finland, students don't even take standardized tests until they are 16, yet their education system is ranked among the best. Why? Because they value creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking over memorization. Meanwhile, in India, we are stuck in an outdated exam-driven system where rote learning is the king. This obsession with exams has led to a culture where success is defined by marks, not knowledge. It's no wonder that so many students, even after getting good marks, feel lost. They aren't being prepared for life. They are being prepared for a scorecard. Is your future really worth just 3 hours? Why are we still putting this much pressure on students? We need a radical change. Let's introduce project-based learning, continuous assessments, and most importantly, let's give students room to explore their passions, because at the end of the day, life is not just about passing an exam, it's about solving real-world problems. The world is evolving at a breakneck pace. We have AI, quantum computing, environmental challenges, digital revolutions, but our students, they are still stuck memorizing information from textbooks written decades ago. We are teaching them concepts that are irrelevant for today's world, let alone tomorrow's. Let me tell you something shocking. In Singapore, kids are taught coding in primary school. In India, we are lucky if students even touch a computer in secondary school. Digital literacy should be as important as learning math or science, yet our syllabus is stuck in the past, preparing students for a world that no longer exists. Why are we still teaching kids to memorize facts when they can Google any fact in 2 seconds? Instead, we should be teaching them how to think critically, how to apply knowledge, how to innovate. Why aren't we teaching AI, entrepreneurship, environmental studies from a younger age? These are the skills that will shape the future. Our curriculum isn't just outdated, it's dangerously behind. We need a curriculum overhaul, and we need it now. It's time to stop teaching for yesterday and start preparing students for tomorrow. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you heard a student say they loved school? When was the last time a student was encouraged to think outside the box, to ask questions, to be creative? You see, in our system, creativity is skilled early on. The moment you enter school, the focus shifts from curiosity to conformity. And by the time you graduate, most students have lost their spark, their love for learning. It's not just sad, it's tragic. Our system doesn't just fail to nurture creativity, it actively kills it. We are training students to be obedient workers, not creative innovators. Do you know what the world needs right now? Innovators, problem solvers, people who aren't afraid to think differently. Countries like Finland, Singapore, and Japan encourage students to question, to explore, to innovate. But here, we teach them to follow the rules, memorize the answers, and we never ask why. The result? A generation of students who can solve equations but can't solve real-world problems. It's time to change the narrative. Let's bring creativity back into our classrooms. Let's give students the freedom to explore, to make mistakes, and to learn from them. Because if we keep killing creativity, we are killing the future of this country. Now let's talk about our teachers. They are the backbone of our education system, but they are struggling too. We expect teachers to perform miracles, but what tools do we give them? Outdated textbooks, overcrowded classrooms, minimal training, and shockingly low pay. In many parts of the country, one teacher is responsible for teaching hundreds of students. How can we expect them to provide quality education under these conditions? It's not just the students who are being let down, it's our teachers too. If we don't invest in our teachers, how can we expect them to invest in our students? In countries like Finland and Singapore, teachers are given continuous training, access to modern teaching tools, and are respected as professionals. But in India, we have turned teaching into a thankless job. Let's be real, teachers are heroes, but we need to empower them with the resources, training, and respect they deserve. A great teacher can change a student's life, but we are making it nearly impossible for them to do so. The solution? Smaller classes sizes, better training, better salaries. Invest in our teachers and we will be investing in the future of our students. And now let's talk about the multi-billion rupee monster in the room, the coaching industry. This industry preys on the anxieties of students and parents alike, promising that if you pay lakhs of rupees, your child will make it into IIT, NEET, or whatever top institution you are aiming for. But here's the truth, the system is rigged against the students. Is it any wonder why students are breaking down, suffering from anxiety and depression at alarming rates? We have created a system where coaching centers profit off of fear, not education. And worse, students who don't make it to these top institutions are left feeling like failures, even though they are far from it. We need to change this toxic culture. Students should not be defined by the institution they get into. It's time we invest in mental health support in schools. Let's normalize talking about stress, anxiety, and depression, and let's stop putting these impossible standards on students. Your worth is not defined by a college name. This system is broken, but it's not beyond repair. The good news, we have the power to change it. The world is changing fast, and Indian education system needs to keep up. Exams are important, but they shouldn't define your life. Creativity, innovation, critical thinking, that's what matters. And we need to empower our teachers to guide the next generation to success. It's time for a revolution in education, and it starts with you. Share this video, spread the message, and let's make some noise for our students, our teachers, and our future. We can't afford to wait. The time for the change is now.